Good afternoon, our viewers of UBC TV. This is me, Robert Onyango, and we are coming to you live from Bugembe, that is in Jinja district. We all know what is happening in the eastern parts of the country. We are just gearing up to the D-Day of the royal wedding of the Kyabazinga'S, His Royal Highness William Gabulana Diopede IV, who is set to wed the Queen of Busoga, Jovia Mutesi. Then prior to the events of the wedding, there has been a section of activities happening here in Busoga and the eastern parts of the country at large in the districts of Kamuli, Jinja, Mayuge, Iganga, Namutumba, among others, to give the momentum to the D-Day of the wedding. So here at Bugembe, we are witnessing hundreds of local communities within the Busoga region who have come here since yesterday to be part of the medical health camp, which is offering mostly free services to the communities of Busoga in appreciation to the Kyabazinga and the kingdom of Busoga at large. There have been a section of interruptions here and there, and according to what you see on our camera, the community is coming up here in big numbers. There is a lot of anxiety and expectation, but we have talked to a few of the administrators and even managers of different health camps here. They automatically tell us that there is an anxiety within the communities, and many, their prayer is that they need to see a continuation of this even when the royal wedding is done. It speaks to the volumes of how people are deeply suffering in there into their back doors without access to even this, primarily the starting point in terms of medication. Sickle cells are among. We have malaria, we have antenatal programs are also here, measles and other diseases. But automatically the communities here are the anxiety is that there are a lot of young children who are suffering there with different illnesses ranging from malaria to other non-communicable diseases, and therefore they are hoping that government must at least toward that line of ensuring that within 1 or 2 months there should be such arrangements in their communities. Imagine if we are having all these big numbers of communities here just on these short notes, you can imagine what is happening in the communities where they are living from. And for you and me, we know the case of Busoga, there is very little awareness when it comes to health and education. So there must be that input and effort put in by whoever is concerned to ensure that we can at least cure, because the good news is that most of these illnesses are manageable at a lower rate when it comes to costing, and at a lower level when you get these diseases at a very early stage and it is detected, there is a sense of hope that it can be managed even before going further. So the communities need to see more of these services at their back doors so that they can continue to also be part of the economy, building the economy of Uganda, because me and you, we know that if the economy is to go ahead and to prosper, we need a health community, and this is the community we need. So in that line, there is an appreciation token to whoever is behind this arrangement, and mainly that is the Kyabazinga'S of Busoga, to ensure that they have brought these services to the community, which has been yearning according to what you see here. So we shall be getting more of these interactions here in Busoga, and as UBC we want to give you an assurance that we shall give you the on-spot recordings and analysis and updates on whatever will be happening in line with the Busoga royal wedding, which is happening this Saturday on 18th November 2023 here in Jinja City. The preparations are going on elsewhere. They're doing the final touches to ensure that they give you a befitting event when it comes to that historical event happening here in Busoga, almost after a period of 60 years without witnessing this. And that's why many have said this is a wedding of our generation. We might not be going to be in position to witness another wedding of the royal in Busoga here for yet another good years. So as you can see, these are our mothers and our young girls and boys who have already come here to ensure that they get this opportunity and get that interactions with the doctors and health experts here. They give them analysis. For those diseases which are not managed here, we are told they at least refer them to different medical and advanced health facilities to ensure that they can get proper management and medical attention to whatever is not being managed here. But primarily, there is a lot of feeling and sense that everything here is being managed as it was programmed. So I want just to move to this tables here and that we can give you what the doctors are doing, and we shall be getting some interactions with some of the teams who are managing these camps. Excuse me? As you can see, that is a young boy is getting some medical attention here. That is the field which is here at Bugembe. I just want to get the mother here, and he tells us the details of what type of medication is the boy getting. Mama, okobachi? Omwana ali kulira ate iwe oli kuseka.
Omwana bali mutola ku musayi gwa sikoseri. Kala ntera okunsumbuwa mukuno okwida wano. Mukunamba ku basobola okubanga bamundidandabiraku. Kale aina sayinize ebigere bitera okumuluma azimba obugalo. Kale n'okwidda wano basobola okubanga bamwidandaba.
Webale ino kutyo nini awo olina okwebaza Kyabazinga olw'enteekateeka eno?
Neyanziza ise ife Kyabazinga olw'enteekateeka eno yatuwaire olunaku lwa leero. Tweyanze ino yebalire irala. Baba afunvuwe.
Well, Musawo. You have rightly heard from her. She's saying sickle cells. So far, I understand this is the second of this camp. What do you have on table in terms of the numbers of people who are yearning for these medical services?
There are very many, but I think so far we have tested this morning 57, and they are still coming. There are very many.
What should be the attribution to the cause of these big numbers?
This sickle cell, it is genetic, so it depends on the genes. You inherit from the mother, or either from the mother or from the father. Yeah.
So, in your case, what medication are you giving?
Medication we give actually to prevent, but not to cure. Yes.
Thank you. Well, tuyida kubanga tukozesa ennimi ibiri mu bitundu bino bye tulimu okubona nti ezira gwe tuleka inuma. Tuyida kozesa olusoga, tuyida kuba mu luzungu, owekyetaagisa tuyida mu lusamya, ate oluganda lwona tuyida lukozesa okubona nti buli muntu ali tugobera ku UBC afunira irala ekifaananyi ekyebyo ebiri kujja mu maiso wano mu kitundu kya Busoga. Tukukobeere wale mu Nandula nti tuli wano e Bugembe ku kitebe ekyowa Kyabazinga bwa Busoga, era nga luno lusisira lw'ebyobulamu olwategekeibwa abantu ab'endawulo ng'egimu ku mikolo egikulembeyire mu enteekateeka d'okubona nti tujja mu mikolo egijja okubaawo ku Lwomukaaga ejja Isaife Latawaife Kyabazinga wa Busoga bw'anaaba ali kujja okugayitibwa ne mwana mwine Jovia Mutesi wano omulutiiko e Bugembe. Ndikwenda kufunira ku bantu abalala abali wano abali kubona nti bali kitole ku nteekateeka eno ey'olusisira nabo bongere mu maiso okutusigira ekifaananyi nti okuva olwadde lwe batandise enteekateeka eno kiki kye baliibona ekiri kujja mu maiso y'abantu ndwaire ki edisinga okubabonyaabonya naddala mu kitundu kino ekya Busoga. Omukulu ono gwe ndikwenda kusooka naye then tubone abalala nga bwe tuyidda okweyongerayo mu maiso eyo. Baba, ntegeire ku nti mubaire wano okuva eddo abantu mbona bangi ate wali wankobeere nti enamba eri kujja ng'ekendeera ndwaire ki edisinga okutawaanya abantu abali kwidda mu kifo kino olwaleero?
Kale neyanze ino ssebo abali kutubona ku TV eyiwanga UBC ninze Sir Grace Mwesigwa, brand ambassador wa Whispers era omwogezi w'ekitongole kino ekya Whispers. Tuli lwaliro era nga bye tulinga kwino obumanirivu bwaife bulino mu kwidandaba abaana kuba tulidi nti omwana wa Uganda omwana wa Busoga tumwenda mulamu asobola okuzimba iwanga lyonako olw'enkyo ayenge numbers nga oli kudibona digire maiso okuba nga deyongera edda abantu abali kwidda n'ofuna services era ife tuli kitwalanga eye opener okutulaga nti obuzibu buliwo once already era nga anthem ya Busoga ekoba nti twide tweyimbe tubose ensite tulwanise ng'endwaire obwavu n'obutamana so tuli kudimu ku dikowazi oba kubimu ku bizibu bya Busoga ebyokulwanisa muri mu endwaire kyovubo na Whispers twegeise ku lusisira n'olw'ebyobulamu okubona abantu idanda ba service de tulese wano mulimu ebigema ku baana buli kintu kigema ku baana omuli endwaire ya sickle cell, omuli endwaire yakafuba, omuli okonziba, omuli ebirwaire byonna simanyi infections, simanyi bacteria, ni ba mama gain services dona tudirese kuba tosobola kwawula mama na mwana wobona idandaba omwana olina okwidandaba ni mama. So whispers obukugu bweffe bulino mu ba mama n'abaana kyova oli kubona nti story yaife kuli kwino abakyala abalesa abaana kuli kuba mama abeidye okubona nga wabaawo byetusobola okutereza oba okubanga tuteita faali mukwidandaba abantu ba Kyabazinga aye nga kichulaze kinero omuntu ali kutubona ku UBC abeera akali wakaida wano services dabwerere tusazeewo nti nga whispers tuida kubanga okutawo nga akamaniso oba akabonero nti twegeita ku lususira lwa baba twenda okubanga abakyala nga 10 abali amabunda tubawa free antenatal services tuida kuba budabuda pake banazala kubwerere okubona nga tuyongera kutuje mu maiso twakoba nti fe tuidanda babaana ekyo kya sickle cell kimala mwino omusayi mu baana so tupatanize ni blood bank nga whispers tugeziza ku contributing ku incentives edda abantu abali kugaba omusayi. We have offered over 300 apples eri abantu abali kuwaya omusayi kuba omusayi tugweta againo mwirwalire eri abaana bawisaino omusayi kana kayo omusayi kano kayo omusayi so we need blood ate guno omusayi tibagukola. It is only us abantu ni for donating megwa blood bank bagulongosa gweireno.
So for the interest of time, just summarize within 1 minute that offer you are offering to mothers and even children.
Well, thank you so much UBC. My name is Grace Mwesigu once again. We are here at the headquarters of Kyabazinga'S Busoga and our interest is to see that the subjects of Kyabazinga can thrive when they are healthy. So the medical camp that we have joined the rest of the facilities in Busoga and Uganda is to give free medical services to our people of Busoga. And so what are we doing here? We are giving the OBS and GAIN services, gynecology services. We have the GAIN here, giving services to mothers. But also we have the the pediatrician to give out services to the babies, to the children. Because babies, we talk about the children, we mean 0 to 12 years. So we are giving services to such children. If you're embattled with the sickle cell, we welcome you to our stall. If you're embattled with the TB, come to our stall and we see how best we can find solutions together. Thank you.
He has just forgotten to tell you that they are doing all this in commemoration and anticipation of the royal wedding which is coming on 18th, that is this Saturday. We will continue to give you a sample of what is happening here at Bugembe grounds where the communities of Busoga, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be a Musoga to move here. We have seen almost every tribe within Busoga. We understand Busoga is almost a united nation. They have a lot of tribes integrating into this region and they have harmoniously, peacefully lived for them for almost all ages. So that is also some of the services that are being offered here. As you can see, the doctors are trying to attend to 1 or 2. They are here mainly, I will tell you, they are ladies. And this leaves a question to where the men are, or whether they are healthy, or whether they are unbothered with what is happening. Because when you look around, you see the biggest population is of mothers and young girls. You don't see more of the men. It gives a lot of questions to the men, whether they are well off, whether they are just not giving it a priority to grasp such opportunities when it comes at their doors. Kambe kuno musawo wano mulala oba babiri gwe twogera ku naye tuli bonna bali bize aye twidde abatataganya mu katinino. Meni ife tweyongereyo. Baba, webale ino.
Kale sebo.
Tulikwenda kumanya iwe wano oli wa bwidandabibwa kikaki.
Wano okusinga tulikola ku bantu balwaire ba pressure na sukali.
Mbere eri etya okusinziira ku iwe abalwaire abali kwidda wano mu maiso go?
Okusinga abalwaire bali kwidda nga balina isuubi ly'amaanyi lwakuba nti ebikozesebwa ebindi bizirawo. So tuligezaako kye tusobola okuba nga providing what's available. Otherwise, our patients have a lot of expectations from us here.
But for this particular community, what is causing these high levels of pressure, and what advice are you offering to them as they move away from these tents today?
The pressure I've seen, the biggest challenge with our patients, they are not having permanent clinics like attachments to maybe hospitals where they are supposed to get these daily medications. So when they come here, still we are giving for 2 weeks, 1 month. That's the best we can do. So the advice we are giving most of our patients is to get attached to the government facilities where they can easily access these medications at a zero cost. Because when you check the financial standings of most of the patients, they are not doing well. So daily medications requires constant expenditure, which may not be ideal for most of the patients.
What are your names?
I'm Dr. Mbago Hassan.
Bakona bayo kumbaga ya baba.
Ndino bayo nga mwene mu afuna mama waife. Yeah.
Webale ino baba olwa enteekateeka eyo. Tuyijja kubanga twongera mu maiso okulaga biki byene ebiri kujja mu maiso wano abantu nkukobeire bangi. Aye walembaire ndogera mu luzungu nti bwolingirira omuwendo ogw'abantu abasinze ino okuyidda wano n'okuyidumbira enteekateeka eno ey'olusiisira luno olw'ebyobulamu wano e Bugembe abasinga bakyala baana babuwala. Kino kirekawo ebibuuzo oba oliawo ife abasaadde oba abavubuka abaana ab'obulenzi oba ife we tuli bulungi tuli bokalamu tulina ssente tusobozesa okujja mu malwaliro ag'endawulo oba oliawo n'ensonga lwaki enteekateeka nga gino bwe didda mu bitundu byaffe titufaayo okwidda kwekebeza. Ndikwenda kufunira ku bakyala abali wano batukobeire oba oliawo kiki ekibatoyire gye baviireyo nayo n'okwidda wano kuba nti bafuna obwidanda by'obwendawulo. Mama owulira otya mu lw'okuba nti otuuse wano era iwe bulwaire ekyobukutawaanya obukuleese wano? Kaida kulubira kwogera n'omumwa gwaziba
bayinza endidi nti bwe bali kupima pressure oba toyogera
sawa abaire akwikiriza tinaawo
teruzawo tutejja kuba nonsi
ono wakyedo obwedo ayiwe bale ino musawo katukuleka okola edido bamama nga musimbye layini mwidde wano sawa imeka
bentusewo ganesaawa
eno katini owakamera ono akubo n'abali eka babone maama gundi nti gwe baire tuliwaya naye
amayina gange ninze nakanda kasupa nga nvuirire mpumwire Kamuli Road nga ndidde gano kumulanga guno ogwasomeibwa nti Kyabazinga'S twidanda bakubwerere twidde gano tuli mu layini tuli kwenda kufuna idagala lya pulesa alusa sukali buli ndwaire yona yona.
Ndwaire dino mumala ku nadyo ditya eyo ye muwanga
ndwaire dino dituluma ino twabanga twesobola tuzira sente buti bwe twawulira omulanga guno n'okuyida wano
ekiri mu maiso kyo kitegeere bwe tunaava wano
ntegeire omukolo gwa Kyabazinga nga 18
mweteeseteese mutyanga
tweseteese abandi tuzira kaadi disobola kutuuka eno ayi tujabonera eyo ku TV
bale ino kandogere ku nyima muno akwiririra mama akobye tumwesoni we muku obaira nkoba nti abasaadde batinino mulwaire tasobole aye mumubwe ino musaadde wuno ali mu layini aye nga nakobeire nti bamama n'abaana ab'obuwala n'abasinga okwedumbira enteekateeka dino oba abasaadde balamu ino
ti balamu bona era balwaire
enteekateeka nga dino tobabona ino
abalwaire basaada abasinga balamu ndowooza ayifu abakazi tulwala buli kiseera pulesa sukaali ebirowoozo byonka byona byatwidula nekitulwaza era nekisinze n'atuleeta wano koba nti twidde batwidandabe kubabone kuba nze nsaanalala omubiri gwona nkolola mugongo gunuma wempulira enteekateeka eno nakanti ababa nga bwatuyambye nze nakandide
babayo olw'omukaaga ayidde kufuna omufumbi w'embooli n'envuluga
ali kujja era tuli basanufu ino kubanga oyo omwana ava waife nze ye banzaala mayuge era nze omwami oyo sitanule bayole mwani nazze kyekimu kati tubaire tulikulire ku kyalo kirala era omwana waife azaalibwa ke tumubona paka bwakuze Katonda yatuyamba nti waife neyavuira obwiruka batuwa omufumbi kuba nze ndi Bugembe nva buwekulaawo wenva ndi muliraano wa Kyabazinga kyekimu.
Well, we will continue with this broadcast. So those are some of the interactions from the communities here. They are very much appreciative of what is happening here at this medical camp here in Bugembe, that is Jinja City. We will have a continuation of these interactions. We want to tell you that the communities are very much appreciative that this camp, which kicked off yesterday, that was on Wednesday, it is moving on successfully, and for the organizers, they are very much hopeful that they are going to leave a memorable mark in Busoga and the communities at large, because they have offered a variety of services to these communities. As you hear with the live interactions here, many are saying this was due a delay. They wanted to see more of this even before to this. So they are saying they need more of this in their communities. The pressure is almost everywhere. It's becoming a burden. But as you heard doctors say, most of these community members cannot have access to quality and affordable medical health services due to the financial constraints. We all know Busoga is not faring well when it comes to financial stability. So government and the leaders who are hailed from this local area of Busoga must also work towards that line, where they must ensure that the communities are empowered when it comes to financial stability. Government is doing its role of ensuring that they supplement that effort. We have programs like NAS, we have Myoga, we have PDM. They're all aiming at improving the livelihoods and the financial stability of the families, so that at the end of the day, when they have financial challenges related to the health, they can be in position to branch at any health facility and get what medication they need. I'm joined with one of the managers of this health camp, and I want to give him a benefit of doubt, and he gives us the details of so far. How are we moving on, and how do we expect to end this camp? Will it go on even after the royal wedding, or we shall see a stop of this project after the royal wedding? A good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, how are you?
We are good. You are live on UBC. We are trying to get the clear indicators of what is happening here at this medical camp.
Yeah, this medical camp has been...
Begin with your names.
I am called Mafabi Godfrey Caesar Deyongera, the manager of Tasso Jinja, and we are part of the team that is offering services at this medical camp. It is courtesy of the Kyabazinga'S of Busoga, where he has offered to have health people in his community. And so Tasso is offering a range of services. We are offering HIV/AIDS testing and counseling. We are offering TB screening. We are also offering malaria screening. And those that want to receive safe male circumcision, we are also offering those services. Now this camp is meant to run for 3 days up to Friday tomorrow. But after we finish Friday tomorrow, with the arrangement with the city health officer, we shall have another 1 more week of activities as we go to commemorate the World AIDS Day on 1st December. So a number of activities have been lined up for the community again, and this has been in Bugembe. The next is going to be in another place that the committee is going to select tonight.
When you talk about AIDS, we have over the time been told the infection rate of AIDS and spread in Busoga is at high. Is this first of all true?
Well, the infection rate of HIV generally in the country is going down, and here in Busoga it has also gone down because it has moved from 5.5 and it's going down from the previous that we had known, which was very, very high. So in Busoga, we have done, working with other partners, we have done a great work to sensitize the community about how to prevent themselves from acquiring HIV/AIDS. And now with the new biomedical technologies, where we use medicines, the PrEP, the PEP. We have seen that, and with the condom use, of course, following the ABC strategy that the Minister of Health put in place, we have seen a great change in this place. We still have challenges, especially in the pockets of some population, the fisher folks, the people that drive long distance trucks. That's the population, that's the key populations, and also those that work in plantations, especially the sugar plantations, a few of them. And the biggest burden is between the youth who are the biggest population in our country.
There's a discussion going on. When you move around, when you look around, the population of the participants to this camp, the biggest is women and young girls. Where are the men? Are they well off health-wise?
Well, the men, we may not say are well off health-wise, but traditionally women have a good health-seeking behavior, and that's why you see that the majority of them are here. But we have also come up in solidarity with the Kyabazinga'S kingdom, Soga kingdom, that men need to get on board, and a lot of sensitization is going on over the radio waves to encourage the men to come and also be part and parcel of this. Usually men show up in the evenings, and that has been our experience. So right now you see the women are here, and we will want to attend to them as much as possible so that they can go back, and then the men will trickle in, most likely in the evenings.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Well, y'omu kubakuliddemu wano enteekateeka eno ey'olusiisira lw'ebyobulamu twakutegeeza nti tujja kukozesa ennimi zonna ze tunaasobola okuba nga tweyambisa. Oba oliawo kino katukikola olw'okuba nti tetuleka muntu yenna mabega kugoberera nteekateeka zino eza embaga ya Kyabazinga wa Busoga William Nagabula Nadyoka wokuna egenda okubeerawo ku Lwomukaaga lwa Ssabbiiti eno. Wano we tuli okuva we twatandikidde tukulaga olusiisira lw'ebyobulamu ng'abantu ab'enjawulo mu bitundu bino ebikola Busoga district nga Kamuli, Buyende, Mayuge, Jinja, Erina Mayinga ewaffe, Luuka, Iganga n'endala Namutumba n'eziringa okwo Kamuli bazze wano okubeerawo mu nteekateeka eno si kuwagira buwagizi wabula okulaba nga bajjanjabwa kulw'endwadde ezimu nga bw'owulidde abantu bangi batubuulidde nti endwadde nnyingi zibalumireeyo mu kimugunyu wabula nga tebalina kyakkola era guno balabanga omukisa. Abantu ab'enjawulo nga bw'owulidde abasawo batunnyonnyola batugambye nti endwadde zino zisobola okujjanjabwa wabula ng'ate abasinga tebalina nteekateeka ya kulaba nti bafuna obujjanjabi mu kifo oba n'ekiseera ekiba kisaanidde. Abakyala batugambye wano eno nti endwadde eza pressure zibatawaanya, wali eri batubuulidde nti abasikoseero then tujja kuba twongera okuwuliriza ezimu ku nsonga ezisinga okuluma abantu mu kitundu kino ekya Busoga. Naye mu mbeera eyo twagala okutegeeza nti ffe nga UBC twasinzidde dda wano mu bitundu by'Ejjinja tujja kuba tukutuusaako buli kimu ekigenda mu maaso ku nteekateeka eno ey'embaga ya Kyabazinga wa Busoga egenda okubeerawo ku Lwomukaaga. Wano eyo mmeeza gy'olengera nabo bamu ku basawo abali wano eno bagezaako okuwa obujjanjabi obw'enjawulo eri wano bantegezezza wano eno nti tuli ku mmeeza y'abo abalwadde ba sukaali oba giyite diabetes. Twagala ne pressure twakutegeezezza nti nawo wali we twavudde badde bapima pressure kambeeko wano eno gwenkufunira atunnyonnyole ye avuddewa era kyekimu. Maama yimuka twogeremukko kyemmanyi okyalinamu agatambula oba agayimirira. Munnaffe atulaba ku UBC ne Star TV tukyali wano e Bugembe. Maama oviirirewa kankugemereko akantu kano oyinza okunyerabiza wajja nako.
Nviirire Magamaga Town Council, nze ndi kansala wa Magamaga Town Council mukyala Muwenda Harriet. Ndidde okulwala nga nina ekirwaire ekinsumbuwa ekya sukaali nsaanalala n'amaiso nga sukaali nemesa okubona n'okwida nfuna omukisa guno ogwa maama ne baba waife Kyabazinga asobola okundidandaba ku lujja okutuuka olunaku luno olw'okubagayita nga tuli balamu nga tuli b'amaanyi era nga tuli bawanguzi mu byonna byonna. Nze nviirire Magamaga era nga ndi kansala wa Magamaga Town Council.
Kansala Magamaga ng'otoyire ku iwe ebikuluma w'olingirira embeera ed'abantu baife ndwaire kyedisinza okubatawaanya era wetukoba nti guno baba era atuwaire mukisa.
Endwaire dde ndikubona edisinza otawaanya wano abantu pressure, sukaali ne malaria n'amaino. Aye service nungi kuba ndibona buli table buli kitongole kiri wano era balifuna service n'eidagala liri weziraja nga tafuna eidagala newe obatobona bakuwaga lubindi.
Webale ino kansala. Oyaviire Magamaga era omuwulira koba nti buli kintu ekirijja mu maiso wano kiritambula bukalamu. Mbaye nina omwami wano gwenenda okusembyayo. In the interest of time we want to hold it here and give you an assurance that we shall return on the a letter note and give you whatever will be happening here in Jinja. We want to pass and hand over to the broadcast house in Kampala, but we want to reiterate our commitment that we shall be part and parcel to this whole arrangement of the Busoga Royal Wedding happening on Saturday, 18th November 2023 here in Jinja. I want to say good afternoon, our viewers of UBC.